Good morning and welcome everybody to this Tuesday morning gathering brought to you by Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare and Taft Health Plan. My name is Roberval Oliveira. I will start today's session with a question for the group and I will then lead a 12-minute guided practice. Following practice, we will have time for questions and sharing resources, etc. Please open chat and be sure to select everyone from the drop-down menu. So let me put the question here for you. Last time that I was here, I was talking about how we have an internal dialogue constantly. Sometimes we are aware, most of the time we are not, and how that influences our feeling and our emotions. So today I want to go back to that line of investigation, of mindfulness investigation, but through thinking. It's so the question for you is, let me see if I can put it here. Can you think of examples of how you think affect how you feel? So let's see if I can put in the chat here. Can you think of example of how you think affects how you feel? What am I looking for here? It's so often that we are unaware that how that we are thinking in certain ways, and it affects how we feel. So if you can think of example, for example, I didn't put forever. Let's see if I can put the question again here. Here we go. Can you think of example of how you think affects how you feel? When the mind races about, my heart races. Okay, thank you, Susan. That's just right. So the mind goes into some reaction about something that's happening or something that's about to happen or something that just happened, and then we feel. So there's this direct connection of the way we're thinking, the way we experience things in the body, physically and emotionally. You know, another simple example is a raining day. You know, let's say it's a raining day. Today happens to be a nice day where I am in Massachusetts right now. And in a rainy, gloomy day, the way we think about that day, it can really change our experience. It can go one way or another. Okay. Someone said, when someone treats us in a poorly way, it knocks us off course, kick us off the track. That's right. It's related to experience. Yes, somebody does something to us, and then we feel a certain way. Um, somebody said here, think of a food I love, and I salivate, and my stomach growls. Exactly. That's a perfect example. That's right. That's a perfect example of the way we're thinking and how it affects us. I'm gonna make a little example for you, and then you're gonna practice this in meditation. I would like you to close your eye for a moment before I start the meditation, and thinking about something that's very sour. What's the most sour thing you can think of right now, and imagine and think it being put into your mouth? Do you start feel a little salivation? I think about lime and lemons and make my mouth salivate. Yep, lemon, yep. So exactly. So it's very mindful practice, very important that we become aware of this process of how just thinking, you know, and the body responding. Of course, a very another way is sexual fantasies. We have a memory, we have an anticipation, you think about something and the body responds. But most of the time we're not aware of that, and that's what the mindfulness practice. It's so different than everything else because you want to become aware of that. So you're gonna, and one way to really explore this is through meditation. It's through as you sit and the way you perceive your experience has a powerful effect on your meditation experience. Um, so that's what we're going to explore, a way of thinking that influences us, and then you become sensitive to that, and eventually you can become sensitive to that more and more often when we are outside. So let's start. Let's start a meditation now for about 12 minutes. Let me set here my timer. So please make yourself comfortable. Um, Sit in a comfortable position, and if you're comfortable, close your eyes. Sit in a way that allows you to be comfortably upright, not too slouch and not too tight. And take a couple of long, deep in breaths and out breaths. So breathing in long and releasing, let it go on the out breath. Again, nice, deep and long in breath. Slow, releasing, softening, out breath. And one more time on your own. Allow any tension to release. And again, check your body from head to toes to see any place where it's tight or tense, the eyes or the jaw. And just allow it to release. Shoulders, your belly and hands. And now start bringing attention to the breath, to the in and out breath. In any place you can feel the breath. And if the breath becomes slower, that's okay. Just keep checking on the body as well, that you are relaxed. Any thought comes to your mind, say no thank you right now and come back to the breath. Continue being very relaxed as much as possible and coming back to the breath. It's often when we bring attention to the breath that we start making a mark of the in breath and a mark on the out breath. It's kind of become, we kind of like start controlling the breath a little bit. So, because you have an image that the breath can only come through our nose, but how about if you have a different image? How about if you imagine that your body is made of a sponge? It's like a sponge, and you can breathe through any part of the body. All the little holes in the sponge in your body, all the little pores of your skin, a place where the breath can come in and go out. That way, there's no need to pull the breath in, we squeeze the breath out. You're breathing through the whole body, through the shoulders, through the back, face, the belly, legs and feet and hands. There's no need to pull the breath in, there's no need to push the breath out. How that visualization affects the breath and your experience. Try to keep that visualization, even if the breath slows down. The body like a sponge, breathing through all the pores. The body is relaxed. The breath is gentle. How we think affects how we feel. Very curious about the process of breathing like a sponge, the body like a sponge. thoughts come, just delete them and come back to the whole body, breathing like a sponge. Are your shoulders relaxed and your face relaxed? Letting the breath becomes be part of your whole body experience. Even if it becomes very gentle, like a sponge breathing through the pores. The next minute, just coming back again to the whole body, relaxed, watching this phenomenon of breathing, of curiosity. And here comes the 3 times of the bell. So gently, no need to rush. So the idea of this meditation, hopefully, um, I'll be happy to hear, see if you have any experience, is to show how in meditation we can practice this, the way you perceive the breath, the way you perceive how the breath is flowing through the body. Um, any that was one example, but you can think of any other examples, any other way of thinking that allow relaxation, allow you to be present, allow you to be curious with this process of breathing. Because the whole process of breathing, the more curious, the more like questions you ask about the process of breathing and drop that question there, it changed our experience. Hopefully, that was my intention, for you to see that. Um, there are many other ways where we are constantly doing that. Using sponge is very helpful. Thank you, Francis. I'm glad. Um, but a lot of our meditations, like metta meditation, a lot of meditation, like clouds are floating in the sky, thoughts are like clouds. We're usually visualization. Um, there's one teacher, Tara Brock. She likes to use like ice melting to water and then to vapor as a way to relax the shoulders. So it's a visualization that allows the shoulders to relax. So that was the point of this meditation. Any questions, any other comments? Thank you. Yes, the comparison of the pores of the body and the sponges was vivid and helpful. Thank you. You're welcome, Susan. And another one here, I have heard the cloud comparison a lot. Yes, it's exactly. So what are we doing there? We're trying to visualize that our thoughts are just flowing like clouds. That way, as we have that vision in our mind, it affects the experience of thoughts just moving by. So we're doing that constantly throughout many meditations. As a flow, I have teachers who have said, imagine your body as anchored, like roots going through the ground. Why is that important? Also, I like to know. And okay, yeah, no thank you. Yeah, no thank you to the source. You like that? Yes. I'm glad. Yeah, sometimes we have to delete our thoughts. I have a way of saying that. Sometimes we have just to delete thoughts the way you delete scam texts and scam email. Just delete, look at them and delete. And sometimes I like to report them. Delete and report and block them so they don't come back. I want to share a few things before we go. I have 5, 6 more minutes. Let's see. We have I'm going to share this part here with you guys. We have an event that's going to be happening. Let's see what I'm sharing. Oops, not this part. Sorry. Um, okay, excuse me. Let me stop this. Let's see if I can find my slide again. I think I have it. I'm sorry, I don't have it here close to me, but it's a. I'll read it to you. It's an event that's going to be happening. The first class already happened with Judge Brewer. Um, he already gave a workshop and he's going to give a second workshop. So for those of you who know who Judge Brewer is, Dr. Judge Brewer has spent over 2 decades researching the science of behavior change and developing tools for help individuals replace unhealthy habits with new habits that promote overall health, growth, self-empowerment, and well-being. In his new book, The Hunger Habit, Judge shows individuals how they can transform their relationship with food and eating. Judge will describe these practical, relatable techniques in 2 presentations. Actually, he already did one presentation on March 5th, and another one is coming again, I believe, on the 19th. He wrote a book. He's the author of the book, The Hunger Habit, Why We Eat When We Are Hungry and How to Stop. I'm going to post here the link with more information about the workshop. It's a free workshop, and the recording of the first workshop, which was done on March 5th, will also be available. Oops. No, not this one. Let's go back here. Will also be available on this website. Just a moment. See if I can just get this here. There we go. So this is the website that most of you are already familiar with. So again, the next one is going to be on March 19th. Also, it's going to be, after that, it's going to be a follow-up of series, several series with, let me see, his name is here, Carol Juliet is going to be offering also a follow-up series related to Judge's content. He's going to be a conversation with the group, and also is going to be free. So if you have any question, yeah, the hunger habit, yep, thank you, yep, thank you, Julia, for saying, yep, thanks for sharing here. Yeah, so he's great. He does a lot of research, and food is such a big piece of mindfulness. So the whole idea of this workshop today was to let you become aware of how mindfulness practice, how the way we think is affecting us constantly, and you can train that in our bodies as we are meditating through different ways of perceiving the breath, perceiving relaxation, perceiving ease. And then we can become aware of how we are thinking throughout the day and how is that affecting us. One clear example is the placebo effect. Yeah, as most of how powerful the placebo effect is. What the placebo effect is a way of us thinking in a certain way, thinking that you're getting better when you by taking a medicine that actually has no medicine, it's just a sugar pill. But the way we think is affecting us. And then there was the nocebo effect. I don't know if some of you are familiar with the nocebo effect, is that we can get ourselves sick by just the way we think about disease. One clear example is you have a little injury, and we know what happened. The reaction is to, of course, to protect the injury, but sometimes we make it more than it should be. So that was the point of my class today. I hope it was helpful, and I hope we can become aware more and more. Not all the time, but we can become more and more aware of this. So thank you very much, everybody. I hope it just was helpful, and I hope everybody have a great evening. And when these thoughts come, delete them. Just delete, delete, and delete, especially the unuseful ones. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome. My pleasure. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.